Here's an item from Harry Lorayne's book, Special Effects. This particular trick that I'm about to show you is from a section titled, What Are the Odds?, where Harry has a number of handlings for the tantalizer effect that is found in the Royal Road to Card Magic. The version that you're about to see is the one that I like the most. All right, so here it is. So, you have taken a random card. Let's show them, and we got it. No, take it back from you. I'm going to show it to the camera. I'm not peeking. I'm just going to place it here in the pack in the middle, and you can see that it really is going in the middle. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm only going to use half the pack for this. All right? I want you to make sure that your card is in this. Is it in this half of the pack? Hopefully, you got it. Is your card in there? All right. So, I'm going to deal the cards back and forth like this between me and you. And the goal is for you to have your cards land in your hand. Okay, now the odds are that when the cards are split like this 50-50 that it can be in your pile or mine. But see, this is a bar bet. This is a game where you have potential to win a beer. And I've played this so many times that I'm almost 95% sure that your card is going to be in this half. If it's in your half, I'll buy you a beer. In fact, I'm going to even give you a better chance of winning. I'm going to make it even more difficult because I'm going to lessen the cards that I have, and I would still be willing to bet with this little packet here, your odds being better that your card's there in mine. Right. I still think your card is in this pile. But because I want so badly for you to win, I'm going to narrow it down even further. And yet again, I'm willing to bet that your card is not there, it's here. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to make the chances nearly impossible that your card is going to be here. It's got to be more likely in there. Now, can you tell us, what was your card? Can you tell me out loud what was the card that you chose?
What was my card?
You don't know?
You forgot?
You don't know?
Ace of Spades.
Yes, the Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
I was waiting for you to say it.
I wanted to impress you. That's why, see, I told you. But here's what I want to show you. Now, see, but here, I want to show you that, you know, I'm going to buy you a beer anyway because I wasn't the only one who was lucky here. If you look at this, look.
They're all Ace of Spades.
There's the Queen of Spades. There is the King of Spades. There is the Ten of Spades and the Jack of Spades. You and I were able to bring about a royal flush in
I got
spades.
You wish that was
I'm buying you a beer. Good job. The reason that I chose this particular handling that Harry came up with, first of all, is because it cuts the dealing down significantly, using only half the pack. And I also love this royal flush kicker at the end. As you saw, it gets a really great response. So, how do we do it? Here's the explanation. This is how you perform What Are the Odds? As you can imagine, there's a setup. Let me first walk you through that. Your setup is this. You, first of all, only need 26 cards stacked. And here's how you do that. You're going to have, at the 26th position, one of the royal flush cards with a breather crimp in it, okay? This, I chose the King of Spades. You can choose whatever you want. That is followed by 3 indifferent cards, 3 more royal flush cards, the rest of the pack, and then one of the royal flush cards, the remaining one here at the top. That will be forced and then moved into the 12th position here in just a little bit. All right, so that is the setup. Now, that might seem a little difficult to get into that position. How do you do that? I messed with this quite a bit because I was concerned about that as well, because if I can't get into the setup very easily, I guarantee you I'm not going to do it. But here's what I came up with that I think makes this doable. Okay. You cull the royal flush to the top. I think that most of you fellas can do that. But anyhow, get the royal flush to the top of the deck, and you're going to get a break, however you want, push it over below that King of Spades, the breather crimped card. All right, in the deck, you're just holding a break below it, and the rest of the pack's there. Now, what you're gonna do is draw off 3 cards on top of these 4. All right, there's the king. 1, 2, 3. You don't need to hold a break. And now you're going to buckle above this Jack of Spades
And what you're going to essentially do, again, you're only holding a break above that Jack of Spades, but now what you're going to do is draw off 18 cards, taking this Jack of Spades along for the ride. So this is exposed like this. Okay, 1, 2. Let me show you that again. Here you go. There's a Jack of Spades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Drop that on the top, and you are set up. There's the King of Spades, 1, 2, 3 in different cards. Then you have the 1, 2, 3 royal flush cards, and then the rest of the deck followed by this Jack, which is going to be forced in a moment. So that is the setup. Again, I think that this quick little shuffling sequence, or drawing cards onto those, and in between those royal flush cards, is really easy, and as you saw, very quick, and shouldn't even be done in front of the spectator. You could just casually do that while you walk up to somebody in preparation for this. So that's the setup. Let me get you into how we actually perform the rest of it. Now you've got the setup. Here is how you are going to perform this trick. You're going to force this card. If you want, you can do one of these, say stop whenever you want, or I would recommend just classic forcing it. So take a card, any card, all right? You don't have to keep a break. The crimp is gonna help you here in a moment. Now, you're going to have them show this card around. Now, while they do that, you are going to push over 3, 6, 9, 11 cards, all right, while they're showing that around in preparation for the tilt, which is not really a tilt. You're just gonna be placing it in that break, all right? So they've shown that around. The Jack of Spades, great. Place it there in the center if you'd like. You can do a quick overhand shuffle to make sure that they see that it's lost. And say, we're only gonna use half the deck for this. Now you're gonna cut at the crimp. So now you have all your cards here. Now you wanna make sure that they understand that the card is in here, not here, in order for this to work. Say, look, there's a 50-50 chance, cut this in half, that your card is in here. Can you just tell me if you see it? Now, while you show them these cards, you're going to get yourself a break over here. Not a break, just get your eyes on 4 of those cards, because those need to be cut to the top. Don't forget this or it won't work. Okay, so casually saying, so I'm assuming hopefully your card is in this side. It is. Great. Now get a break. I guess you do have to get a break above those, and then casually cut them to the top. Okay? If you want to do a double undercut, whatever, but you're going to get those 4 cards now to the top. So you have indifferent, 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 and then you're going to have these cards in the necessary setup, okay? Just do what I showed you and it'll work. Now you go into the dealing procedure. You can say, look, if I deal these into 2 piles, the odds of your card falling into your hand are about 50-50. Would you bet me a beer that your card is in your pile? I mean, do you trust yourself enough to believe that? Bet me a beer. Whatever pattern you're going to use, essentially you're going to go through and deal these piles back and forth, always starting with them. And the trick essentially is going to work itself out. There you go. Last pile. Now here's the situation. Reveal, what was your card? Jack of Spades. Man, that's incredible. It's one of the royal flush cards. Maybe you have better luck than I do, because what do we got here? If you flip these over, here's the situation, okay? You're going to flip each packet over this way, where you're going to find those royal flush cards. This last pile, though, that last card is here on top. Okay? So you kind of have to do a little bit of a displacement to scoop that up. Or you can do what I did. You can scoop that up and reveal it, but I just do this and then turn these over that way. I think it'll fly over somebody. If you don't feel comfortable, again, you can take that top card, scoop it over. But I think if you do turn these packets over alternately and then do what I just did, it hides that little discrepancy there. But I think here is another fantastic revelation of the royal flush. Again, it's called What Are the Odds by Harry Lorayne.